This bedroom is where I put my Switch.
If I had one!
Hey everybody, this is like the first recap where we've pretty much been in quarantine for the entire month.
So just for those who don't know, this is April's recap.
I mean, it's in the title, mate, isn't it?
I know, yeah, but you don't know whether you got some blind people.
I salute you, you know, if you're a blind person, you've somehow managed to click on this video, then, like, all power to you, you know? Like, people should be making videos for blind people, damn it.
But yeah, this is also the first recap we're doing where you're not a tiny floating orb.
I ain't no orb anymore, I'm a rectangle, I'm in the full screen now, bitches. How's your month been so far?
It's been alright, it's been a little bit overwhelming, and I know I'm sounding like really privileged here. I've had loads of jobs in because obviously I sent out my reels a while ago. I got regular work with a guy called Mars. He's an Australian storytime animator. He's got me on doing like assistant stuff.
I mean, hell, if you've got like a fucking planet asking you for commissions, you know, you got to be doing something.
Yeah. I have had to go on Twitter and put my commissions on hold, and I did do that, and that got a few people in. In my mind at first I was like, oh cool, loads of money. But then I thought, oh wait, there's only one of me. I can't do all that. Animation takes like a month to do.
Have you and Emily like worked on anything together this month, apart from the puppet thing, which we'll get to kind of later, but like in terms of animation, because I know you're both animators?
Most recent one I think we did together was for a client we have called Paul. He lives over in California and he's doing like Twitch streaming stuff for charity, which I think is brilliant. Him and his family,
absolutely.
And they've been playing like Super Mario Sunshine, like a bunch of old SNES games.
No!
And we made some icons, some emotes, and a banner for them. So Emily and I worked together on that.
Yeah, you should put Paul's details like over your face just to kind of like give him some publicity.
There we go.
There we are, right there, like on his like right. If you zoom into his forehead, like right in that little forehead wrinkle, that's where his details are.
Yeah, and that place where, when I was younger, I have a scar there because I rocked off a chair and fell into a fireplace. So, yeah, there's Paul's details.
You never told me that story before.
Yeah, right, before we go on, I have a very small dint in the top of my forehead. When I was younger, I was at my Nana Carol's. I thought it'd be a good idea to rock on this chair. And behind the chair was like a big, like really nice, like a rustic fireplace. And it had like big stone slabs. And me being an absolute idiot thought, forces aren't a thing, physics aren't real. I'm just gonna continually rock on this chair. I essentially split my head open.
You Doyle. I can beat you in terms of dumb shit that I've done to my head. I once ran into a doorknob because I forgot to open the door. Might have been 7, I think it was in Bumblebee. I can't remember, probably for obvious reasons. You want to kind of like bring it back around to April?
Yeah, so you know, we're not allowed out unless it's for essentials, but I've been going on more walks.
Because it really clears your mind and gets you thinking about stuff.
It's been really nice to get out. Like, Emily and I went on the walk. Still big, still stony. You know, early in the walks we saw a couple of rheas, which I don't know if you're familiar, they're like really small emus.
Wait, what?
Rhea. It's like a small emu.
Native to Britain?
Apparently so. There were just a couple of them there, and I was just like,
This is legit the first time I've ever heard of it.
Huh.
You should come to Harry's at some point when this is all over, because he's got an actual emu. Yeah, we've got one emu. She's called Pauline.
Like, whenever you look at like a lizard or something, or a bird like that, you think,
wow,
if dinosaurs were still around, this is probably what they'd be like.
If anyone ever doubts that like birds are related, like just look at an emu running.
I still feel weird going out on walks. People are like, oh, stay home, don't leave unless you need to go for like essentials or a walk. But still, when you go out for a walk, you think, am I doing something bad? Am I being a hypocrite for telling people to stay inside when I'm not staying inside?
I've had a few walks and it's been nice, like the weather's been lovely. It doesn't have the same kind of feeling of like liberation that it once did. Like,
it still feels like you're contained, doesn't it?
I need that sense of freedom. So I've, instead of going outside, I've resorted to marathoning the whole of Star Wars, which has kind of like worked out pretty alright for this month. What do you think is highlighted kind of like, you know, April the best?
The first one on my list is Tuto.
We've been at this, like her picking a word for about
I don't know, 5 minutes or so.
Because I just love the fact that Alice thought Tuto was a word.
I'm pretty sure Tuto isn't even a word. She knows fine well it's not a word. Did it to wind me up because I'm so bloody autistic when it comes to kind of like getting things right in Scrabble.
But yeah, I think another video I quite liked was Outside, which is just the little red puppet little boy screaming.
I love like all of those puppet videos, to be honest. They're so well made. Like the actual puppets themselves.
Was it a sunny view on or nothing much else or something?
Well, where I'm just kind of like looking at pudding.
Yeah, when it ends with you saying...
Really?
It's quite a nice day outside, isn't it? Shame we can't go out in it.
I'm also kind of a bit of a sucker for videos that look nice as well. I quite liked Bumblebee film.
You like jazz?
If I'm not mistaken, you use the same little Brian B. Benson. It's the same Barry B. Benson that Harry Truitt was like berating.
Your movie was terrible, and I hate bees.
Yeah, when we were filming PasteWerld.
Yeah, from PasteWorld.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Brian B. Benson kind of like, it makes me think of Barry B. Benson if he was like a typical northern pub drinker.
Yellow, black, black and yellow.
You like jazz? Yeah, I like that video too. Like, I think I'm in my element when I'm making something like relatively child-friendly, weirdly surrealist and kind of uncomfortable to watch.
My final one I like is Text Frog.
Hello.
Mainly because I like berating myself, it's funny.
Yeah, I like Text Frog.
It is me.
What do you mean you kind of like berating yourself? It's Text Frog berating you.
Oh yes.
Stop breaking the immersion, Kai!
What would you say is your favourite line?
Useless douche canoe.
The little tiny detail I like is the fact that when he starts elevating, he gets quieter.
My solar system is in need of my protection.
To be honest, like, just watching you kind of like wait for your Switch, just all of those videos simultaneously. And then, like, when you finally got it, just seeing how happy you were.
That didn't help, that just made it worse.
It's a thrilling saga of love, betrayal, and heartbreak. I've got two more. One more serious, which I'll get out of the way, and then one that's kind of comedic that I'll say afterwards. My Granddad Was a Hero, which was made 2 days after my granddad died. It's still kind of surreal. I've teared up a little bit since, but like I haven't really full on had a cry yet. I'm waiting for it to happen. It'll come. Grief takes time, you know. I think I'm still kind of weirdly in shock because it only really started to kind of like get me once I went to the funeral, seeing all my family there, but like not being able to interact. I mean, I was able to like talk to them, but we had to stand apart. Was really weird. To bring things back to a more light-hearted note, yeah, me and Alice reading Cars fanfiction is another favourite of mine. By the notorious Timber Corolla. There's just something kind of like really kind of enjoyable about reading weirdly specific fanfictions that don't fit the tone of anything that's kind of come before. I want something more exciting than racing in circles for hours. There's just something really enjoyable about that. I think that was April.
I guess whoever's watching this, if you enjoyed it, then do all the typical YouTube bits and bats. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Harry.
In short, April's been a bit of a weird month, but like, I don't know, I think, as you said towards the beginning, you and I've kind of taken advantage of like the weirdness and kind of created some creative stuff, I think. Let's hope May's alright, and let's hope we can go outside soon.
Bye.
Bye. Subscribe.